Well, hello everyone. It is great to have you on our call today. This is Josh Brown, and I'm extremely excited to be hosting today's training call with Tim Mai and the Cashflow King himself, Mr. Alan Schnurr. Today's call is going to be a lot of fun, full of exciting and usable content. I want you to keep that as a key because this will allow you to take action right after our call today. Now, before we get started, I did want to go ahead and do a sound check really quickly. Just make sure, Tim, Alan, we can all hear and see everybody.
Yep.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah, we can. Great. Cool. Well, I'm personally very excited for today's call because it's one of my favorite things. It's about one of my favorite things. That's cash flow. Now, if you're looking to make more money, and I mean a lot more money, then you want to listen carefully as the Cashflow King, Alan Schnurr, shows you how you can easily and quickly cash flow your dreams starting right now today. When Alan first started in this business, almost 20 years ago, believe it or not, he didn't even have a home to live in, and he started doing real estate for the same reason that many people do. He was trying to get out of a dead-end job. We've all felt that, right? Well, yes. Alan started by buying one house and then two houses, and now he has over 102 houses in his portfolio, and get this, over 650 apartment units as well. You see, early on, Alan had an amazing and profound insight on this business. He discovered that buying one house at a time was not the easiest way to our financial freedom like we've been taught for so long. Alan found out that by buying bulk packages of homes or buying apartment buildings, that's where the real passive income is at. So on today's call, Alan's going to share with us how he made the transition to massive cash flow and how the timing is perfect right now today for you to create a massive amount of passive income by taking advantage of today's market. Now, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and make sure you've got your pad of paper, your pen, full of ink, your pencil sharpened, because you're going to take a lot of notes. Guys, the information Alan is about to share with you is literally worth tens of thousands of dollars to you each and every month, and you won't want to miss a second. Now, whether you're brand into this business or you're a seasoned pro, I swear to you, the information you're going to hear today is going to change the way you make money forever. It did for me. Guys, Alan is the only person I know of sharing information like this. He's the real deal. So I urge you to listen closely, and I guarantee you'll walk away with a ton of golden nuggets to use in your business right now. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Mr. Tim Mai and Mr. Alan Schnurr.
Awesome. Well, thanks so
Josh.
much, Josh.
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody, I mean, I'm really excited, and this is a very unique call that we're doing, very special. There's three of us on the line here because I wanted to make sure that you realize the blessing that you're receiving today on being on this call and getting training from Alan here. Alan is one of the most active real estate investors that I know in today's real estate market. I mean, he's constantly out there doing these bulk packages of houses and these apartment buildings. And the information that you're about to learn today, and Alan will share with you this is the same information. If you were on our webinar a couple months ago, you will remember that we promoted a live seminar where Alan took just 9 people, 9 very special people, put them into a leasing office at one of Alan's apartment buildings, and did a seminar to teach them the exact same information that you're going to get access today, that exact same system. The difference is those people paid $10,000 for that training, and we're going to share with you a lot more about that, and so I'm really excited about this training. Alan, why don't you say hi to everybody, and let's show them all of you we got this month,
I was just telling Tim, it's the first week of the month, and it's my favorite week of the month. I tell you, I was in the brokerage business for around 15 years, and the first week of the month was always the worst week of the month because we never really had any commissions, and we waited till the end of the month. But I got to tell you something, it's just another way how I turned my life around. I'm just reaching into my drawer right now, and I mean, do you guys see all these cashier's checks? I mean,
look at that.
These are from apartment houses and single-family houses. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, and we just scan these right into teller machines, and it becomes a paperless business. Unbelievable. So, yeah, first week of the month, my favorite week of the month. I've pretty much automated everything too, and I'm going to share with you how to do that in my system. So yeah, Yeah, love the first week of the month, and you know, it's all about cash flow and collecting the revenues, and we're going to be talking about that today. Tim, are we ready to go?
Yep, let's rock and roll.
Okay, let me just shut down the web camera here, and let's see here. Do we got a clear shot, a clear screen right now?
Yes,
Okay, guys. Okay, well, okay, fantastic. How's everyone doing today? Awesome, awesome. Okay.
All
right.
Awesome.
I know. Well, pretend you're sitting right in front of me. Awesome. So I'm excited and I'm honored to be here with you today. And what we're about to do here today in a moment is I'm going to teach you and show you an unbelievable opportunity that nobody knows about. And I'm going to be sharing with you today about how you can profit in investing in apartment buildings and achieve financial freedom and cash flow your dreams for life. You know, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to know you're financially free when you wake up every morning before you put one foot down on the floor, knowing your cash flow comes in day and night? And have you ever wondered what it would feel like to know your properties are being paid off by other people? And have you ever wondered what it would feel like to know you have cash flow coming in 24 hours a day and you never have to worry about money again? Well, you know, how many on the call today, how many want me to show you, how to become financially free? I know we're on a webinar, but put them up. Come on. How many want me to show you today how to work less and make more? And how many of you would like me to show you how one apartment deal could change your life forever? And how many of you, put them both up for this one, how many of you want me to show you how to build a massively successful real estate investment business? Because once I show you and teach you about the apartment business, and once I show you the cash flow and how much money you can make, and once I show you and teach you how easy this business is, you're going to want to change your financial plans forever. I promise you. So, what you're about to discover here in a moment is I'm going to be teaching you about how to successfully invest in apartment buildings, create massive cash flow month after month, and build a legacy. I'm going to share with you now how I own 102 single-family homes and 650 units in 7 apartment buildings, and you can do the very same. And I'm going to teach you the insider secrets on what it takes to make money investing in apartment buildings. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you 2 things by the end of my presentation. You're going to be really excited about apartment buildings, and you're never going to drive by another apartment building again without thinking about the cash flow. So, why am I excited about investing in apartments, and why should you be? Well, for one thing, there's just this huge opportunity going on right now in the United States with a sinking housing market. We have millions of people losing their homes, we have millions of foreclosures, and we have millions more coming our way. Well, where do you think everybody's going? I mean, they're moving into apartment buildings. It's easy to make money right now with apartment buildings. They generate more money so you can hire a team to manage them for you. Imagine hiring a management company to run your real estate portfolio while you enjoy more massive equity gains. I tell my students every day, buy it now and go away for a decade, because the opportunity is now. The first best time to get started was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. We are truly in the middle of a perfect storm. I mean, we have a housing crisis, a banking crisis, a lending crisis, a political crisis. It's never been a better time to kind of, fly in there under the radar screen, pick the low-hanging fruit, and pick up an apartment building for half price. I'm seeing equity wiped away, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, gone. You can pick up these buildings, 10, 20, 30, 40 cents on the dollar. It's time for you to take control of your financial destiny forever. Statistics say that if you want to retire, you're going to need $2 to $3 million in the bank. Well, better than that, Why not having a building worth $2 to $3 million, kicking off $20,000, $30,000 a month in cash flow? How many of you out there like that retirement plan? Tim, Josh?
Well, heck yeah.
I mean, if not now, then when? Because I got to tell you something. There's like a 2-year window here, and it's closing fast. So let me just introduce myself and share with you a little bit about who I am and how I got started in real estate and a little bit about me. My name's Alan, and I'm the president and CEO of Ocean Lending LLC. That's right. I have 20 years of investing in real estate experience. I've done over 175 transactions. I own 102 single-family homes, 650 units in 7 apartment buildings. I'm an author, I'm an international speaker, and I'm also known, AKA, as the Cash Flow King. So, you know, just a little bit about my story, but first I want to share with you how this system has changed my life and how this system will change yours. Well, you know, I remember when I was just kind of starting out, I knew I always wanted to own real estate, but you know, I wasn't really sure how to get involved, and then I got caught up in corporate America, and you know, I got to tell you something. I took a job in the towers down in New York City, the World Trade Center, and I left September 10, 2001 for a business trip. Something horrible happened, right? I woke up September 11th, and I remember I was watching the World Trade Center fall, and I was shocked. The company that I worked for just lost 700 out of 1,000 people, and I just lost 40 out of 44 teammates. You know, my life changed in that one moment. Wow. Everything that I thought, you know, that was important to me became meaningless. Bills, career, money, stress. I mean, picture this. I spent 1 week by myself in a hotel room, and I rewrote my life in a very depressed state. But it was through this tragedy that I decided that my wife and I were going to have that baby that we thought we couldn't afford, and I decided that I'd start my own business, and I decided that I was going to start buying real estate. And I wanted to create the cash flow so I can do the things that I wanted to do and never leave my future up to others again. So if you can just fast forward with me a few years here, we had the baby, and I started the business, and I started buying real estate, and I had around 30 or 40 houses at the time, and I remember I was roasting marshmallows with my son at the end of one night, and he goes to me, "See you next week, Dad." And I realized I got caught up again in another business that was draining me. You know, it was always 90 days from going out of business, and you know, so that night I had like another September 11th turning point, and I decided I was going to stop it with the business, and I was going to start gearing up my real estate machine. So I went out there, and I started working with some banks and picking up some bulk deals, and you know, before I knew it, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 houses. I got the count up to 102 single-family houses, and I just quickly want to share a story about a 24-house package that I picked up last summer. I spent 2 months a year in Japan, and I was in the middle of working on this deal, and I remember one day I woke up, I was in Tokyo, and an email came. It was from the lender, and all I had to do was find my way to the American Embassy in Tokyo and have the loan docs notarized, and I'd be the proud owner of another 24 houses. And I got to tell you something, it was so easy. I mean, what used to take me months and years, I was going to have done in less than an hour. And let me tell you something, boy, did we celebrate, and that's why I'm showing you the slide. Those 24 houses, I paid around $30,000, $32,000 a house. You know, they're all worth $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a pop. You know, that transaction, I realized over $1 million equity gain, and more importantly, I realized a good $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month cash flow to my bottom line. So things were happening. You know, I'm excited. I got some equity built up. I got the cash flow coming in. Life's good, and you know, I'm in Disney World right here. A lot of you might not recognize that because that's Tokyo Disney. And like I said, we spend 2 months a year there. But something happened to me that day. I realized that my lifestyle wasn't keeping up with what I wanted in my life and for my family. So I was getting a little worried that the houses just weren't paying the bills like they used to be. So I needed to come up with a new idea. So at the end of my 2-month stay, I was looking forward to getting home back to Houston, Texas, and start building up my real estate portfolio more than I did when I was away. But I had this problem. my wife, my little Takako, my little Hello Kitty, she goes, Alan, I want to buy this $1 million house in Houston, Texas. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm having a hard time paying my bills, living off of 102 houses, and she wants to buy this mansion in the middle of Houston, Texas. And I'm like, sweetie, look at all these houses we just bought this summer. Pick one. Hell, pick two. Well, you guys can imagine how that went. So I ended up buying that house because she kind of called me out. She put a challenge in front of me. She said, Alan, you're always talking about cash flow and, how we all should live off of cash flow, buy an appreciating asset and have it pay for, the way you want to live your life. And that's what I did, ladies and gentlemen. I bought an apartment building to pay for my $1 million house. So you're one transaction away from changing your life. One apartment building or one bulk house deal, one deal can change your life. Because you know what? It hit me. It hit me. Why not work smarter and not harder? How many of you out there want to work smarter and not harder? How many of you want to work with fewer houses and make more money? How many of you realize that when you own apartment buildings, you have a property management company do all the work for you? Well, that's what I figured out, and that's when I had my aha moment. My houses, they weren't really like apartment buildings, and they never would be. I mean, look at all these cashier's checks. I mean, look at this. You see in the bottom right-hand corner, unit number 34. I mean, they just walk over to the leasing office 50 yards and drop it off. No more stories about, checks getting lost in the mail or me driving around to 102 houses or, massive turnover costs. I mean, they're apartment buildings. It's so easy, and you hire property management companies, and I'm going to teach you in my course exactly how to do it. Because, I mean, more important, look at all these cashier's checks. I mean, I realized through making the change from single-family houses to apartment buildings that the cash-on-cash return was just so much greater in the apartment business than the single-family house business. I mean, you can buy apartment units for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a piece. And I got to tell you, in my portfolio of houses, I paid like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a piece, and they more or less make the same kind of money. So I realized, I also realized that I can keep up with my cost of living and my lifestyle because I can bulk up on buying apartment units a lot quicker. Bottom line is, it took me a decade to buy over 100 houses, and it took me one transaction to buy a 100-unit apartment building. You see what I mean? So, I mean, check this out. And then, you start scaling up. You buy a 34 unit, and the next thing you know, you're buying 162 units, and we're going to talk more about this one. But I just wanted to share this with you. That's my partner, Dave, on the right, and we're there with some of our investors. We're just giving out cash flow checks. That's what I call them, cash flow checks. So, I also got to tell you, I love to teach. I just absolutely love to teach people how to become financially independent. It's one of the greatest things I get to do now. But, my real motive for teaching, too, is because I want you to bring me a deal. I want you to invest in a deal with me, or I want you to learn how to do your own deal and give me a testimony but I need to train you first, and you're going to learn how to do that in my amazing apartment system today. But here's part of the problem. I hear it all the time. Alan, I'd love to invest, but I don't have the time, or Alan, I don't have the money, or I don't have the credit, or I don't have the credibility, or I don't have the mentor, or I just don't know where to find good deals or even how to evaluate them. Well, I got to tell you, that's when I created my apartment investment financial freedom system. This system right here is the most easy to use, turnkey franchise-like business in a box. This system right here is going to show you how to make money in apartment buildings. And I got to tell you something. This system, when I teach it in a 2 to 3 day seminar, costs over $10,000 a seat. And you're going to learn this information in my course. You're going to learn it, and you're going to learn how you can get my course for free today as well, so stay with me. But first, I want to share with you my 7 steps to massive cash flow with apartment investing. So please, grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil. You're going to want to write this down. It's taken me over 20 years to come up with this 7-step process. Step number 1, well, you got to find the deal. And step number 2, you got to analyze the deal, and I'm going to show you how easy that is in a moment. Step number 3, I'm going to show you how to secure the funding. Step number 4, control the apartment building. And step number 5, well, in a moment, I'm going to show you how to buy apartment buildings. And step number 6, flip it or cash flow it. And step number 7, you got to celebrate, right? You got to celebrate. Step number 7's what? All right, come on. I'm just making sure everybody's with me anymore. Yes.
Got to have fun, right?
Yes, celebrate. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's break this down. Step number 1, you really got to find the deals. So when you get my system, I'm going to show you how to drive for dollars and how to take a certain 5-mile radius right around your house. And I'm also going to share with you other ways of how to browse for dollars in my system. I share with you 5 websites where you'll be able to get and pull all the listings down and learn about the properties you're driving by. And in addition, for those of you, I'm going to share with you how to have brokers find these deals for you. And another way that I really want to share with you today is how to have banks and property management companies bring you deals. And let me tell you something. One of the most important ways I really want to share with you today is special servicing. Is it okay if I share a secret with you?
Absolutely.
Let me share a secret with you out there. Most people in the country do not know this secret, but it's in my course. And special servicing. I don't have enough time to go into it right now, but there's a process when an apartment building falls into foreclosure and a judge steps in. You can get properties 30, 40, 50 cents on the dollar. I bought a few like that in the last 6 to 12 months. You can make an absolute fortune. Special servicing and receivership. So I want to share with you, this is one of the properties that I own with some partners. It's called Pearl. And my broker had brought me this deal, and here's the story behind this apartment building. Believe it or not, it was taken over by bats. And this particular gentleman, his name's Sam. He lived in New York. The building's in Texas. Property management company called Sam up, said, "Hey Sam, we have bats." Sam didn't do anything about it. He didn't think it was that important. And before he knew it, colonies migrated to his apartment building. And let me tell you something, nobody was paying rent. So the city stepped in and they closed him down. And unfortunately, they also put him out of business. So the property goes back to a bank in Minnesota. And that's where my broker calls me up and he says, "Hey, Alan, you got to go check out this property. It's unbelievable." So we drove over to this property together in Lake Jackson, Texas. And I remember I was up there on the roof, and Scott looks at me and he goes, "Alan, I know you just bought a 162-unit building, but this 72-unit complex is going to make you more money than 162. I guarantee it." And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Scott was right, because Dave and I bought this building for $1,125,000. This is the purchaser statement. And check it out. This is the appraisal. It comes in at $2,170,000. Now, I'm not an artist, and I know I got awful penmanship, but look at this piece of art. Look at the equity capture. That's $1,045,000. Could you imagine capturing over $1 million on one transaction? But more importantly, it cash flows over $15,000 a month, and we only put $200,000 down. So, these are the kind of deals that I want to teach you how to find. This is from one of my students, Randy. "Alan, Just wanted to take a minute again to express my appreciation for this weekend. I thought it was very well laid out, and your presentation of the material was educational and entertaining at the same time. I also thought you handled all the questions with quite a lot of patience and grace. The level of detail you went into this weekend simply blows the competition away. I don't think folks who have not been through other programs can really appreciate how much you're bringing to the table. Thanks again. I have renewed inspiration to use my investments to take care of my family and those in need around me. So step number 2 in my system, well, you got to analyze the deal. And I'm going to share with you pro formas, how to look at them. I include software, how to run numbers, and I'm going to teach you about cap rates, net operating income, apartment classes. I'm going to show you how to run a rehab and how to stay in line with your expenses. I'm going to share with you ROI. I'm going to share with you debt service coverage ratios and what banks are looking for. And let me tell you why. These numbers, these numbers that I've been using for the last 2 decades in the field, well, they just get you ready when you come across a deal like this, and I want to share this deal with everyone today. This is Meadow Creek Apartments. It's a 34-unit building. Me and my partners own it, and I got to tell you, I remember the day the phone call came in. It was a broker. Broker calls me up, tells me that this deal was in receivership. A hedge fund owned it, and they desperately wanted to get rid of it. So I recall it was around 2008 during the Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers and banking crisis time. So I got to tell you something. I'm standing there. I'm looking at this apartment building, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm running all the numbers, and I decided, let me go in really low and see what happens. It's the end of the year anyway. Let's see how bad they want to sell it. So me and my partner, we ended up buying this building for $450,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's like $12,000 or $13,000 a unit. I'm running the numbers, the same numbers that I teach you how to run in my system. I'm thinking maybe it's worth $900,000. Well, check this out. This particular apartment building, 34-unit apartment building, is worth $1,190,000. Guys, who out there would love to do a deal like this? Can you believe this? So,
wow.
What do we have? I mean, check it out. Yeah? So, look at this. Again, what a piece of art, right? I mean, let's just look at the equity capture there. Almost $750,000 on one transaction. Tim, Josh, how many single-family houses would you have to do to capture that kind of money? Right? I mean, this is one transaction, so think about all the time you're saving as well. Well, the deal gets even better. So we're in this deal for $450,000. We paid cash for it. Bank wants to refinance us out. The appraisal came in so high that they said, hey, guys, why don't you pull out another $250,000, take out $700,000 to make the whole refinance deal worthwhile. So could you imagine? I mean, we kind of did single-family houses like that over the last 5 to 10 years, right, where you can walk with money. But that's not really happening anymore. I'm here to tell you, in the apartment building business, you can walk with money. I mean, what would you do with an extra $250,000 right now? So, this is from another one of my students, Morgan. He goes, hey, Alan, today was awesome. I'm really getting stoked on all that's out there. Your coaching, your motivation, your willingness to share everything has been more than I could ever have hoped for. Every time we meet, I get excited and educated, and I feel like the apartment business is definitely something within my grasp. I'm holding on as tight as I can right now because I know that when I burst through all the hurdles in my way now, I'm gonna be set up for life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you, Morgan, and I know you're going to be doing it too. So, hey, step number 3 in my system, I'm going to show you how to secure the funding. And in my system, we're going to start talking about local banks. I know a lot of people are out there, they're worried about lending and where to get the money for these deals. Well, I'm going to show you in my system. Stop banking with the big guys. Go with the local banks. Go open up a new account with them. The big guys are putting out all the fires that they started. Life insurance companies, I'm sharing a secret with you right now. If all you get out of this call right now is where to borrow money, go to life insurance companies, because we all know we live in a 0 to 1% world right now in returns. Well, life insurance companies have to pay out to their policyholders a good 5, 6, 7, 8%. So they're looking for good deals to lend on, and they love to lend on apartment deals. You go to hedge funds, self-directed IRAs, Private money lenders, hard money lenders are back. Assume the financing on apartment buildings. You did it with houses, you could do it with apartment buildings. Or find money partners. And I just had lunch with someone last week who found an incredible deal. He found a money partner. So my friend brings all the sweat equity to the deal, someone brings all the money to the deal, and my friend's in it no money down. So there's your first example today about how to get involved in a no money down apartment deal and share in all the profits. So I want to share with you this Oak Point story. It's a 162 unit apartment complex that me, my business partner, and my investors own. This particular complex, 162 units, I showed it to a life insurance company on a Monday, and on a Tuesday, they were pushing me to close. Guys, can you imagine a lender in this environment telling you to hurry up because it was such a great deal? So, I mean, unbelievable story, beautiful C-plus asset. This was a foreclosure, it was in receivership, and it was in special servicing. And again, we're going to go through that inside my course. I mean, look at this beautiful Olympic-sized swimming pool for small people. Just paying, I want to make sure everybody's paying attention. Oh, and look at this, playground. So the property had $1 million rehab before I got there. The parent company got in trouble, and they just had to shed assets. I mean, the apartment building was a great business. So this playground was the largest investment I could make. I couldn't figure out what to fix. Everything was already fixed. And, you know, I'm going to share with you secrets about how to keep your tenants, make them happy, lock the back door. It's in my course, and we talk about playgrounds too. So, and I'm going to share with you how you can make an extra $100,000 by taking care of your own washer and dryer room. I'm going to share with you the secrets and how valuable it is to keep your mailbox room clean. I'm going to share with you in my course how to save tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, when it comes to rehabbing your units and turning your units over. So again, this is Oak Point. Check this out. So we bought this building for $2.1 million. This is the settlement statement. 24 months prior, ladies and gentlemen, this building sold for $3.6 million. This is for real. We bought this building $1.5 million under where it traded 24 months ago. This is the appraisal. The appraisal comes back at 2.48. Now, not, you know, I thought the appraisal should have been higher, but you're going to learn in my course. We still captured $380,000 with just $600,000 down. It cash flows $16,000 plus a month. But you're going to learn in my course, when you take those cash flow numbers and you take your NOI and you take your cap rates, I'm going to show you how this building is worth $1 million more than I paid for it. $1 million more than I paid for it. One transaction. 162 unit building. So let's move on. Step number 4, well, I'm going to show you how to control the apartment building. I'm going to share with you my LOI, which stands for letter of intent. I'm going to include a cover lender letter so you're really prepared to work with your bankers. I'm going to share with you proof of funds letter. I'm going to share with you sales contracts. I'm going to take you through a 30-day due diligence period so you know what to expect. And you're going to decide to do the deal or not do the deal and not waste your time in step number 4, controlling the apartment building. And I'm also going to share with you, I have these 2 strategies. I call them a treasure chest play or a farm play. And in the treasure chest play, you know, it's like you have this old corroded box. Nobody wants, you know, everyone just keeps kicking it, and it's all molded. But you want to get in there, and you're going to shine it up, and you're going to fix it, and you're going to open it up. You're going to find your gold. You're going to find your silver, your diamonds, your pearls. You're going to find the equity. You're going to capture millions of dollars of equity, and you're going to find the cash flow. You're going to do all the work. Or a farm play, you're not going to do all the work. Someone's going to do it for you, and you're going to step in there. So it's like, you know, the barn was just painted. It's got a new roof. The cows are milking, and the chickens are laying eggs. So you're just going to harvest the land. You know, you want to yield 10, 20, 30% a month or a year. You're not looking to, you know, get in there and go through a 6-month rehab, and that's fine. But me, I like to try everything. So this was my treasure chest play. This building, I mean, what a piece of junk. It's on 45 and Broadway in Houston, Texas. Nobody wanted it. No one could see the vision, but me and my partner, we got in there, and, you know, I mean, look at this. I know you're all out there right now looking at this screen saying, holy cow, I can't do that. Well, I got to tell you something. From where I come from in upstate New York, I don't know how to hammer, a nail, a saw. I don't know how to do it, but I'll tell you what. I showed up. I wrote some checks. So all you have to do is write some checks, show up if you want to do a treasure chest play. So the building's coming along. Check it out. We got the nice, beautiful hardy plank going on now. And, oh, by the way, who out there has children? Because let me tell you something. Children are just, you can get them involved. You can get them involved and teach them how to be entrepreneurs and, get them going. And by the way, so this is my son, Jakey, and, he works for Pokemon cards, so cheap labor. So, look at this. I mean, the heavy lifting's, being done, and the condensers are going up on the roof, and I got to just tell you, it's like I'm a poser from the 80s. I'm not doing anything. I'm just showing up and writing checks. So if you want to do a treasure chest play, just get in there, and you can learn that in my system. But look at the final product here. I mean, look at this building. Guys, we were just recently on a local news channel. They were, because of the investment we made in the neighborhood, they were so thrilled how we were helping the community and turning it around and putting in playgrounds for children. And it's really a good feeling because, yeah, I want to do good things, and I want to make money too. And check this out. We bought that property. Dave and I bought that property for $300,000. Tim, Josh, can you believe that?
Wow.
$300,000. That's a settlement statement. And look at this. It immediately appraised for $1,130,000.
Wow.
Guys, that's because the land was worth more than the building. And the best part of this story, we drove, I'd say, not even 1 mile. 1 mile to the first local bank next to this apartment building. They immediately gave us a $525,000 construction loan and put themselves in first position. So we got our $300,000 cash back, and we got a nice $225,000 for a rehab budget. Is that unbelievable or what?
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
So, okay, hey, this is Colin, another one of my students. He goes, hey, Alan, I enjoyed the class this past weekend. This immersive experience has significantly advanced my real estate knowledge in general and apartment investing in particular. The information you presented, combined with the property tours, guest speakers, online tools, provided a full picture of what it takes to be successful in commercial real estate investing. Having hands-on mentor versus a set of books and tapes is key to maximizing the experience. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get all that in my course. We're going to be here for you.
And
Go
this
ahead.
is how excited the students are after paying $10,000 to be at the live event.
Absolutely, absolutely. So step number 5 out of my in my 7-step process, step number 5, well, you got to buy the apartment building, right? So I'm going to share with you in my course, what to expect when you're closing, what it's like to work with a title agency, the whole entire process, what it's like to work with your lender and get prepared for the closing. You want to close it on the internet? I'm going to show you how to do that. Or maybe you're too busy. Have a property management company ready to go to take over everything. I'm going to show you how to work with property management companies in my course. It's up to you. So here's the next 76-unit apartment building that we did. I mean, check this out. I remember at this point in my life, guys, my wife and I and my son, we were going to take like a 6 to 8 week trip to Europe. We were gonna rent some villas. We were gonna kind of live out one of our dreams, and we were gonna go to Spain for a few weeks, and then we were gonna head to Tuscany and rent some villas. My wife doesn't really like this story, but a few days before we left, I got on the internet. I got on loopnet.com, which is a wonderful website for apartment buildings, everybody, and I found the Villas of Pasadena, 76-unit building, and I sent an email to the broker. I met him over at the building the next day, and he goes, hey, Alan, you are in luck. This deal just fell through, and the seller really wants out really bad, and he'll even owner finance the deal. So I'm thinking, oh, my God, owner finance the deal? I mean, I might have to call off my trip to Europe. So listen how the story turns out. For $90,000, we took over a $2 million asset. who out there, by a show of hands, come on, who out there would love to control a $2 million asset that cash flows and kicks off a ton of depreciation for $90,000? Come on, put them up. And now let me ask you the next question. Who out there would lend me $90,000 and be my partner on this deal to control a $2 million asset? Tim, Josh, would you guys lend me $90,000?
Yes, we would.
So this is another example of no money down deals. I mean, I'll do the sweat equity, or you do the sweat equity, and there's a ton of deals out there right now. This was a don't wanter, we call them. The owner didn't want it, and he left his financing there, and we just went in there with $90,000. Unbelievable deal. So, this is from Rick. He's another one of my students. He goes, hey, Alan Schnurr is extremely knowledgeable in commercial real estate investing, as he calls it, of building significant passive income by investing in apartment complexes. His practical mastery of every aspect of purchasing and rehabilitating and managing and operating such projects is an invaluable resource to those of us who are just beginning. Alan works very hard to communicate his passion and enthusiasm for this work, and he does everything that he can to ensure that others understand how critical the timing is, the details, careful management come together to produce successful and profitable commercial projects. Again, another one of my students that went through my $10,000 program who's out there looking for deals right now. So step number 6 in my system, you're going to flip it or you're going to cash flow it. And I know a lot of you want to get in there, you want to churn them and burn them, and you like the large chunks of money to pay off debt, or get into a bigger property, or you borrowed some short-term money that you want to pay off. Me, I'm kind of like the buy and hold type of person. I like the benefits of cash flow, long-term appreciation, monthly cash flow, wealth accumulation, benefits of depreciation. I like to hold on to my hard-earned dollars, but we go through this step by step in my course. You're going to flip it or you're going to cash flow it. And we actually, me, my business partner, my students, and my investors, we just bought this property 6 weeks ago in Houston, Texas, Angel Ridge. It's like a 165 to 169 unit apartment building. Let me tell you something. We paid $720,000 for this foreclosure receivership deal. I mean, that's like $4,300 a door. $4,300 a door. Yes, it needs a rehab, and by the time we're done with it, we'll probably have spent maybe $7,500 to $8,000 a door. And my students and my investors, they're in my program, and not only are they investing in these deals, but they're part of the rehab process. So they're getting that on-site, the full immersion education. It's an unbelievable opportunity for everyone, because let me tell you something, guys. The building down the block 2 years ago sold for $25,000 a door.
Wow.
Very comparable. And this is $4,300 a door, and we're in it for cash.
Can you imagine buying a house for $4,300?
$4,300. And you know what? And everyone's probably, these units rent for $400, $500, $600, $700 each. Almost like a single-family house, but these are a lot less expensive. So check this out. It so happens that on Sunday we had our grand opening. I mean, 6 weeks later, we had a grand opening, our first phase 1, 40 units, 3 structures. So this is part of the project, where you put the paint in there, we fixed up the units, and we're renting out. We're renting them out right now. Grand opening. There's my partner Dave, and maybe someone could help me out there. I don't know a lot about sports, but we hired an NFL player to come over for an hour to sign autographs for the children. He's from Detroit. He was just in town, and so there's some investors. There's Rui, and there's Frank. It's wonderful, because this keeps us all busy, and we're all making money. We're paying ourselves interest. We're being the bank, and I truly believe this is a double. This is a home run. I mean, even if you're in it for $8,000 a door, you fill it up, you fix it. You should be able to flip it for $16,000 a door. I'm not sure what we're going to do, if we're going to flip it or just cash flow it. But we'll worry about that great problem when we have it. So step number 7 in my system.
Alan, real quick.
Sorry.
Real quick, Alan, sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off. But I mean, I just want to remind you and remind everybody, this is what I love so much about what you're doing, is you're not just out here teaching people and leaving them, dry with a course and stuff. You're actually out here recruiting partners to do deals with you, recruiting partners to invest in your properties. And I love that. I mean, you're like, you are the real deal, and you're very active in doing deals with students. And so, yeah, I really appreciate you for that.
No, thank you very much, because, I need partners. I don't want any more employees. I had a business. I sold it last year. I ran it for 10 years. And I just think the true wealth is just having a bunch of business partners, and everyone has the same interests and the same goals. And these are the ideas that I teach inside my course. And so the seventh step of my program, well, you got to celebrate, You got to spend time with your family. It's so important to me, and I know it's important for everyone else out there. So celebrate with your family, or, travel, go shopping, take a vacation, buy a new car, buy a new house, or, just get ready for your next big deal. I know we like to go out for ice cream every time we buy an apartment building, or we do a little dance. So, just imagine. Just imagine. These are some of the trips that I've taken over the last 12 months. Imagine what it would be like to ride camels, race camels at night through the pyramids in Egypt. Or in the upper left-hand corner, I spend 2 months a year in Japan. I put my son in school. He's bilingual now. Or in the center of the screen, I'm in Israel. Or just, in Hawaii, or the Grand Cayman. I mean, look at this. Hey, Tim, you know why they call it the Grand Cayman?
Why?
Well, guys, they call it the Grand Cayman because everything costs $1,000. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't get that Walt Disney feeling that I got when I was in Tokyo Disney, because I got the cash flow, and I'm cash flowing my dreams, and you can cash flow your dreams too. So, how many of you would like me to show you the exact system that I've been using for me and my students that generates millions of dollars? Who'd want me to show you that system? Come on, put them up. I can see you through this internet. Put them up. So I'll tell you what, here it is. I mean, my massive apartment cash flow system. I mean, the benefits of this system, you're going to have more doors, and you're going to have more cash flow. This is the most complete A to Z business in a box. With this system, you're going to be able to, achieve financial freedom. You're significantly going to speed up your learning curve, so you can, obtain your dreams a lot quicker. Everything you'll ever need to cash flow your dreams will be inside this system. It's over 22 hours of hands-on live training that's going to walk you through every aspect of the business from start to finish. 8 easy-to-implement modules with my entire proven street-tested apartment investing system. And just like Tim and Josh just said, I do this. I don't sit around writing courses, or, you might even find some typos in my work. I do this. I've been doing this for 2 decades, and I'm telling you now, it's just the greatest opportunity to get involved in real estate, especially apartment buildings. I like them both, don't get me wrong, but there's such great buys right now in apartment buildings. So I'm also going to be throwing into my system weekly coaching calls. I'm going to help you every step of the way. My students have paid over $10,000 for this course, over $10,000, and we're changing lives, and they're changing their lives. It's so exciting, it's so inspiring, and it's one of my dreams. It's just an unbelievable opportunity for everybody. And you're also going to get in my system today, well, Module 1, I call it the foundation process. And, it's like, why buy apartment buildings, and why are they such great wealth builders? And I go into depth and detail inside my course. And I'm going to help you create a financial plan so you can achieve that financial freedom. I'm going to help you pick superstars to join your team. I'm going to share with you the advantages and the disadvantages of houses and single-family houses. And you know what? I'm a big believer in protecting your wealth against inflation. Hard assets like apartment buildings, I'm going to teach you about in my system. And if for some of you folks out there are just, you want to build something really big, maybe even bigger than me, well, I'm going to show you how to create your own apartment portfolio, and that's another $1,000 value. In Module 2, well, this is my cherry picking the hot deals module, and I'm going to show you how to get pre-qualified and decide what property is right for you and develop a successful property strategy. I'm going to take you through the key steps for massive profits, and we're going to talk about rehabbing apartments, how to get it done affordably, how to get it done fast, how not to get burned, how to find the great deals, how to master the art of buying in market cycles. In Module 2, cherry picking the hot deals, another $1,000 value. And inside my course, you're also going to find Module 3, understanding key financial ratios, priceless. This is we're going to take traditional valuation approaches. I'm going to teach you, I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to make it so simple for you. We also took financial statements from 3 or 4 of my apartment complexes, and we included them in the course. So you're going to get a good look at the income statement, the balance sheet, the rent roll. And I know a lot of you might say, that stuff's not for me. But I'm going to make it so easy for you, you're going to have an aha moment in your life, and you're going to say, you know what? I can do that too, and you can. I'm also going to share with you key financial ratios. We're going to throw out the ones that don't work, and I'm going to show you the ones that do work, and I call that my rules and tools. So when you're out there in the field, you can just run, 2, 3, 4 ratios, and you're going to figure out right away if you're looking at a deal or not. And in this module, I also include a bonus. This is the refi game. There's this massive refinance game going on right now in the United States, and I'm going to show you how you can literally make millions of dollars by taking advantage of what's going on right now in Module 3. This is another $1,000 value. In Module 4, well, this is my feasibility and due diligence module. I'm going to walk you through financial analysis. I'm going to share with you what a PCA and a BOV is, and I'm going to bring you through a due diligence process. I'm going to show you a timeline, what to expect 30 days before you buy an apartment building and what's going to happen 30 days after you buy an apartment building. I'm going to walk you through the feasibility process. I'm going to show you how to write offers. Another $1,000 value, Module 4. You're also going to find in this amazing system, Module 5, no money down funding strategies, priceless. I'm going to show you how to tap into multiple sources of funding, for how you're going to finance your acquisitions. We're going to talk about all different types of real estate loans. And one of my secret weapons, private placement memorandums, PPMs, how to put partnerships together legally. Ladies and gentlemen, I work with an SEC attorney. I just spent over $15,000 creating this. I'm including it inside my course. Now, of course, you're going to have to make some changes when you use it, but you're not going to need to pay your attorney $15,000. This is over a $16,000 value, and this is how you're going to scale up and start buying multiple units in the apartment business, and you get that inside my course in Module 5. Module 6, well, this is closing the deal. I include real contracts between buyers and sellers. I include current rent rolls so you can see what happens when you're looking at a rent roll. Physical occupancy, economic occupancy, gross income, gross net. I share all this with you, and I make it so easy. That's my job. I like to take technical things and make them easy. I'm going to share with you and tell you what kind of insurance you're going to need. We're going to go through surveys, appraisals, environmental reports, and we're actually going to have fun doing it in Module 6. Another $1,000 value. Module 7, well, filling vacancies and managing for cash flow. I don't want you to be one of those property owners out there that, place an ad in the classified or just put a sign up and leave it up to God to fill up your buildings. No way. That's not what God wants you to do. You got to get out there, and I'm going to show you how to fill your vacancies quickly, how to manage for cash flow. Maybe it's you doing the management. Maybe you hire a property management company. I'm going to show you that too, and I'm going to show you how to choose the right staff. Security, make-ready status, how to get those units ready, ways to fill those vacancies, management companies, handling repairs in the process, eviction process, software, and other helpful programs that help me manage my empire from wherever I am online in the world. You're going to get that in Module 7. another $1,000 value here in Module 7. In Module 8, well, exit strategies. I'm going to share with you my complete list of exit strategies for massive wealth. I mean, you got to know your plan before you get involved in the apartment building. So you're gonna work your plan and plan your work. Another $1,000 value, that Module 8. Oh, and I'm also going to include today my instant credibility proof of funds letter. Use my $2 million proof of funds letter. Walk into any bank with your head held high, knowing you're going to be taken seriously. Virtually guarantees funding. Send me the details on your deal, and I'll evaluate the deal with you. So when you're working with a banker, you'll know exactly what to say and exactly what to show the lender. Another $1,000 value. And today we're also going to include...
That's a huge bonus. I don't know if they realize that.
Thank you for slowing me down on that one. Yes, absolutely. Apartment investment financial blueprint. Well, this is my step-by-step blueprint that's going to guide you through starting and running a successful, profitable apartment investment business. I mean, it's so easy to follow and duplicate. It's based off of the strategy that I've used to buy 102 single-family houses, 650 units. I mean, just follow the plan, and you can have the same kind of results. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. I mean, let's face it. Renting rooms is probably, I don't know, probably the oldest profession out there. Well, maybe I shouldn't say the oldest profession, but you know what? Maybe, Tim, it's the second oldest profession out there. All right, I have to change that one. So another $1,000 value. So I'm also going to include in my course easy-to-use forms and contracts legal library. Forms, contracts, Word docs, Excel spreadsheets, all in one easy access location, same forms I use in my business right now. It's really priceless. It's a $1,000 value, but this is everything I've used over the last 2 decades, including the private placement memorandum that I just created. So, in my apartment investment financial freedom system, you're going to get Module 1, the foundation. Module 2, cherry picking the hot deals. Module 3, understanding key financial ratios. Module 4, feasibility and due diligence. I'm going to walk you through it and make it so simple. Module 5, no money down funding strategies. Module 6, closing the deal. Module 7, filling vacancies and managing for cash flow. And Module 8, exit strategies for massive wealth. I'm also going to include today the instant credibility proof of funds letter, apartment investment financial freedom blueprint, and easy-to-use forms and contracts legal library. Ladies and gentlemen, this would cost you over $26,000 minimum if you bought it from me, and it would cost you a lot more if you went out and you did it on your own. So if I told you, if I asked you, if I was selling you something today, if I told you you could make $1 million and all you had to do is invest $26,000, would you do it?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Of course you would. Of course you would. So let me ask you a question. If all this system did for you was help you find one apartment building and you made an extra $10,000 or $20,000 a month, would it be worth the investment? And if all this system did for you was help you find one apartment building and you flipped it to another investor for $200,000, would it be worth the investment? And if all this system did for you was make you financially free so you can spend more time with your family, would it be worth the investment? So what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to make this as easy as possible. I'm going to make this as easy as possible for 2 small, easy payments of $749. For 2 small, easy payments of $749, you get my complete system. Ladies and gentlemen, this system has sold for over $10,000 a seminar. You get this complete system today when you act today for $749. All you have to do is take that address on the bottom and put it into your browser and click. And let me tell you something. I believe in this system so much, and I know this system is going to take you to the next level, that when you do the right thing and you sign up today, I'm going to offer you My personal 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. That's right. You take action now and you try this complete system for 90 days. If you aren't amazed at how easy it is to invest in apartment buildings, simply send it back, and I will issue a 100% refund, no questions asked. So, who wants some more bonuses? What do you think? Josh, Tim, should I throw some more in here?
Heck yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go. Bonus number one I'm going to throw in today, inside a banker's mind, because I know that's what's on your mind out there. You're concerned about lending. But let me tell you something. Don't be one of the sheep out there. You can do it. The world's still turning. There's still apartment. I mean, look around. Look at all the apartment buildings. You know, who do you think's borrowing and lending on it? You can get involved. And in this expert interview that I'm going to be throwing in today, well, you're going to learn how to create a lending relationship with the banker, because we're interviewing a banker, and you're going to learn how to get actual people at a bank to lend to you. And you're also going to find out what to expect when you're working with the bank. And you're going to find out, more importantly, what the bank needs from you. And you're going to find this all in my first bonus that I'm going to throw out there today, a $500 value. I'm throwing in a second bonus too, because you're going to need it. You're going to need getting brokers to work for you. I know a lot of you are busy out there, and it's not like you can change your life overnight. So it's key that you watch this video, because quite frankly, you got to figure out how to get on the broker's A-list. You know, you want to be that first phone call, and that's what this is all about, how to cultivate the relationship with your broker, you know, best impressions. You want to get on that call before the listing goes on the internet, or, you know, I'm sorry, you want to be the first phone call, and that's one of the true secrets in finding the great deals. Another $500 value. Bonus number 3 today. I know, you know, it might be concerning to some folks out there. Protecting yourself and your property. Look, you're going to be buying a community, all right? You're going to be buying a community, and it might need to be policed a little. So in this video, you're going to find an expert interview with a police officer that works for me. And he's going to share with you how to create a safe apartment environment, what to look for when screening tenants, and, you know, down to, you know, how to break down tattoos. I mean, Tim, Josh, not everybody's walking around with a heart that says, I love mom anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, unbelievable interview. And listen, I know I want you to hire property management companies, but you'll benefit by knowing what to expect and what the property management company is expecting too. So this is another $500 value. I'm throwing it in. So I'll tell you what, let's just keep going because I'm having such a good time. Bonus number 4, avoiding hidden time bombs. Well, this is an expert interview with my commercial plumber. And you're going to learn from this video what to look for in pipes and plumbing. I know a lot of you are concerned out there, you know, what's underneath the building that I can't see? Well, this plumber is going to teach you the process of sending down cameras to inspect plumbing, how to fix things right the first time, how to keep your plumbing in good shape, and you know what? How to save money on your water bills. You know, your bottom line, your NOI, your cap rates. I mean, you can literally save and make hundreds of thousands of dollars by just tweaking your system a little, and that's what my system is going to do for you today. If you're already in the apartment business, this is going to make you better. If you're thinking about getting involved, well, get ready. Get ready for a life change. Another $500 value. In bonus number 5, apartment property video tour. Priceless. Let me tell you why it's priceless. I am a full believer in immersion, right? You wouldn't learn a language just from opening up a book. You got to go to the country. That's how I am, and I find that's how most people are out there. So what we did here was we had a camera follow me and my students around on one of my 34-unit complexes and a 162-unit complex. And you're going to discover on this video tour how to make ready units, ways to save tens of thousands of dollars on rehabbing units, how to save thousands of dollars on your turnover when people move out. Yes, unfortunately they do move out. And I'm also going to share with you how to attract tenants and keep them. And we're going to talk about what kind of amenities you should have on your property. And another secret, I'm going to share a secret with you today. You know, I call it locking the back door. Do whatever it takes to make the tenant happy. You're always full. And look, again, I'm not assuming anyone out there is going to be a property manager. I'd rather you're not. But you need to know these things when you hire a property management company so you can figure out if they're doing a good job or not. That's all. So another $500 value. Bonus number 5. Another bonus, 6. Property management operations manuals. And again, this is for the people that want to do it themselves. I mean, priceless. It's taken me a very long time to complete this. I don't know if a lot of people out there read the E-Myth. Well, here you go. Here's your manual. Here's your how-to. This is the key to successful property management, and everything's included. Every question, every concern, every issue that might ever pop up, it's covered inside this manual. This manual is my secret weapon. You'd be lost without it. Easily another $500 value that I'm throwing into the pot today. Bonus number 7, let's just keep going. Again, another manual that I'm going to throw in today. I mean, employee handbook, HR manual. Let's face it. I know most of us never had to worry about employees or HR issues before, right? Well, guess what? Guess what? With my employee handbook and HR manuals, you still don't have to worry about it because it's all there for you. This is a franchise in a box, ready to go. My apartment system for you. Another $500 value. Bonus number 8. Well, this is my deal evaluator software, and basically, I'm going to send you software that will just speed up the process when you're analyzing deals. What used to take me hours or days, you'll be able to figure out in minutes, so you don't waste your valuable time. I'm throwing it in another $500 value, bonus number 8. Bonus number 9, this is a real important one, how to market yourself. I used to think I could do this by myself. I got to tell you something. Sooner or later, you're going to run out of money in the real estate business, and you never know when the good deals are going to find you. I mean, you don't really find the good deals all the time. They find you. So you need to learn how to market yourself. You need to learn how to raise money. You need to take a look at my private placement memorandum that I just spent $15,000 on. You need this stuff. It will help you raise money. It will help you take down bigger properties, and you will scale up so quickly you won't believe how much cash flow is coming in. I mean, you're going to need a life preserver. It's going to be unbelievable. So in this bonus, I'm going to share with you 3 keys to creating instant credibility, how to get a yes from potential investors, and how to design a win-win deal situation like I've been doing with my investors, with my students, and my business partner. So another $500 value. And who wants a fast action bonus? I'm going to throw another bonus in here. Yes, fast action bonus. Check this out. Hold Your Hand Gold Coaching. Live, bi-weekly question and answer coaching webinars. Get on and get all your questions answered. Recorded, uploaded, members area. If you can't make it, send your questions in advance or ask live. You decide. I'll tell you what. The first live coaching webinar starts next Wednesday. So you need to act now. You need to be on that call. It starts next Wednesday. Go ahead and start signing up right now. That's my fast action bonus. Another $500 value. So, in my apartment investment financial freedom system, Module 1, you're going to get the foundation. Module 2, you're going to get the cherry picking the hot deals. Module 3, understanding key financial ratios. Module 4, well, you're going to get feasibility and due diligence process. Module 5, no money down funding strategies. Module 6, closing the deal. Module 7, filling vacancies and managing for cash flow. And Module 8, exit strategies for massive wealth. It's my job to make you an expert at this, and I make it so easy for you. You're going to be able to do this so quickly. I'm also including today my instant credibility proof of funds letter, apartment investment financial freedom blueprint, and you're going to get the easy-to-use forms and contracts legal library. You're also going to get my bonuses today. I'm going to throw in my bonuses today. Bonus number 1, inside a banker's mind so you can figure out what lenders are really doing. Bonus number 2, get brokers to work for you. You got to have your brokers bring you good deals, and I'm going to show you how to be the first one to get them. Bonus number 3, protect yourself and your property. You're going to learn about security. Bonus number 4, avoid the time bombs, the hidden time bombs, and that's an expert interview with my plumber. Bonus number 5, apartment property video tour, priceless, immersion. Bonus number 6, property management operation manuals. I'm throwing in bonus number 7, employee handbook and HR manuals. And bonus number 8, a deal evaluator software. Bonus number 9, how to market yourself and raise money. And you're getting the fast action bonus right now. Hold your hand gold coaching. This would cost you over $30,000 if you bought this separately from me. And it would cost you a lot more than that if you went out and you did it on your own. So, $30,000. Let me ask you a question. When would now be the time for you to start living the life of your dreams? And when would now be a good time for you to get the cash flow you always wanted? When would now be the time for you to, click on the bottom of your screen and sign up for the course? This is your risk-free investment of only 2 easy payments of $749. Only 2 easy payments of $749. I've been working on this for 2 decades, and the timing right now is unbelievable. I mean, it's truly the perfect storm because, the interest rates are low right now, and there's foreclosures happening right now in apartment buildings, and it's all going to go away within the next 24 months. You need to get in right now. You need to buy it now. You need to keep the debt low on your doors, and you can get the most incredible opportunities right now. Set yourself up. Set yourself up for the rest of your life. Buy it now and go away for a decade. But let me ask you a question. How many of you know you want this system, you want me to give it to you, and you like me to give you this system for free? So what I'm going to do here today is I have a certificate just for the next 10 people that sign up. And I'm going to share with you right now how you can get this system for free. That's right. You bring me a deal, you invest in a deal with me, or you do your own deal. You learn how to do your own deal in my system, and you give me a testimony, and you can have my system absolutely free. We will refund your money. That's how you can get my system for free for 2 easy payments of $749.
Yeah,
guys,
guys, I don't know if you realize what an incredible offer that Alan's presenting to you today. I personally and my team as well, and Josh and my team as well, believe in this so much. We believe in Alan so much because we've seen all of the deals that he has done and currently doing, and the deals that he does with his students and stuff. And this is the reason why we partner up to do this, to partner up to do this project and make this offer to you, to make this available to you at this incredibly low price of only $749 today, and then another $749 in 30 days. So it's not anything that you have to pay all up front for. And so to take advantage of this today, right now, go ahead and go to www.dodeals.com/king, dodeals.com/king, because you too can be the next cash flow king. And we want you to be the next cash flow king.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes. And so
Internet.
Yeah, so go ahead and go to dodeals.com/king, and just remember, you have the opportunity to be one of the first 10 people to take advantage of this today. You get the certificate to be able to get your entire investment rebated back to you by learning what Alan teach you in the system, take action on it, do a deal with him. He constantly have deals going on all the time that he'll be sending out. If you want to do a deal with him, or if you want to invest in one of his deals, or if you want, you want to keep all the money to yourself and do a deal by yourself, and after that, give us a testimonial, and we'll rebate 100% of your investment as well. So, I mean, you can't get any better than this. The reason why we're out here, giving you the opportunity to take advantage of this system really is the money is not in the course here. The real money that both you and us are going to make is in the deal, and that's what the real money is going to happen. It's just like one of the deals that we did. that Alan did not too long ago. That he was talking about the grand opening. 4 of the students got in on that deal, and so any deals that Alan and us send out that you want to invest in or you want to be a part of, or you want to bring deals to us, you're more than welcome to do that. We'd love to do deals with our students, and so it's a great opportunity, and that's why we're here. That's why Alan's here teaching as well. And so go ahead and go to www.studios.com/king, K-I-N-G. I know, Josh, you mentioned that there's a lot of questions that came in, and so Alan, do you have some time to take some question and answer?
Sure. Yes, Tim.
Awesome. Well, Alan, at first, let me say, holy smokes, man, what an offer. That's really good. I mean, you told me it was going to be good, but that is really good. So great job.
Thank you, Josh.
But we had a ton of questions come in. I'm trying to condense them as much as I can because you don't have 7 hours to sit here and answer all these questions.
Okay.
But obviously you did a great job because there are a lot of really good questions. The first one had to do with what Tim was just talking about, which was how to get the system free.
Okay.
The gentleman was asking, do I have to do all 4 things to get the system free or one of the 4 things to get the system free?
No, just one of the 4 things. And just, I'm looking for testimonies. I'm trying to build my business. I'm trying to spread the message. So, I mean, like they say in this business, what better way of building a business is through testimonials. I'd love to be part of someone's deals, and I love them to be part of my deals, so whichever one. Because quite frankly, you just never know when the good deals are going to come, and I want to be part of all the good deals.
Cool. All right, next question is it true you have 650 tenants? How in the heck do you find time to sleep at night?
Well, for those of you that know Tim, and Tim's big on virtual assistants, and I have a VA too, and so we run it all online, and we run it like an apartment building, and these are the types of processes that I'm going to share in my system. And I got to tell you something, it's not as complicated as it might sound, and of course it comes down to property management too. All my properties are managed by property managers, so my job is more or less just managing them, and quite frankly, they're better property managers than me. So there are some days when I drive out there to the properties because I'm proud. I want to see them. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, I don't spend more than 5 or 10 minutes a day on my whole entire portfolio, and I get to concentrate on what's important, which is either finding more deals or raising my 7-year-old and being a husband. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Cool. All right, next question.
Hold on real quick before you go to the next question. I want to make sure that everybody's clear on how they're going to get this system. Folks, once you go and order right now at dodeals.com/king, after you order, you're going to receive an email with your username and password to log in to the members area. Because this market is changing so fast, and the deals are coming through so fast, we deliver to do this entire system as an online delivery. So that way, as soon as something new comes out, Alan's going to update the members area. And so after you order this, you're going to receive an email with your username and log into the members area, and you're going to get access to the system that way. And also too, because the information, there's over 22 hours of teaching, and so we don't want to overwhelm you. So every 3 days we're going to release one module for you to access the video. You can download the MP3 and put it on your iPod so you can listen in the car. The manual, everything is online for you to make it extremely easy for you to access, and you'll be able to get instant access to this, so you can get started right now today. And then, of course, like I said, because the information, we're constantly updating the information. I mean, the deals are happening so fast, and so we're delivering it online so that way we can constantly update that. And there's no monthly fee beyond this. I mean, you're just you're able to invest in this just one time, make 2 payments of $749. And you can get access to this system for forever, for your lifetime. You want to pass it down to your kids, you certainly can do that. And there's no cost for you as we update the system as well. As there's more information, Alan updates the system. All of that's available for you for free as well. So I wanted to make sure that we're clear on that.
I mean, absolutely. You can consider me your apartment mentor for life.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Next question just came in. Do you give action plans in your system?
I do. And not only do I give action plans, somehow I want to help people create them too, because I get real jazzed and juiced about that. So there's this financial blueprint plan. We talk about, okay, how many apartment units do you want to own? And it really, I call it cash flowing your dreams. And let me break this down for you. I figured out that if 2 months out of a year in Japan, I figured out what a few trips to some islands cost me, and I came up with $60,000 a year. And so those are my dreams right now. I don't really want to buy the properties. I just want to go visit over there. So I need $60,000 a year, I figured, to really be relaxed when I start traveling. And I found, so I created this financial plan. I said, okay, $5,000 a month. Okay, maybe $100 a door in profit, so you need, I don't know, 100 units or something. So I break it down for everyone, down to the dollar. So every month I have one apartment building deposit $5,000 into my dream account, and that's my financial blueprint, and I'm going to do the same with others as well. So I hope to have a lot of time with you folks and do a little financial planning as well, because I know once you get started with this, and once you have a plan and you maybe you get lost a little or something and you pull it out, there it is. Okay, so you want to start up with 3,000, 5,000, maybe some of you need 10, 20, 30,000. I'll show you exactly what you need to buy, what you can expect to make in profit, and you're going to write it down, and you're going to have your personal business plan. So there you go, Josh.
Cool, cool. This is a really good one. Can you do this in New York City, Queens, Long Island, New Jersey, Philadelphia? I'm not going to keep going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, put it this way. I mean, I kind of have this Las Vegas analogy. You go there, and it's such an incredible city, and you look around, and, of course they're making money, or they wouldn't keep building hotels, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, look around the world. Look at all the apartment buildings. I mean, they're not really going out of business, yes, where there's some crisis out there right now. So someone's making money in these buildings. Why not you?
Yep.
Why not you deserve this? Why aren't you making money? It's only because you don't have the knowledge, and I'm going to give you that knowledge. You can do this anywhere.
Cool. All right, let's see here. Here's one. Can this program be used to buy residential homes in bulk and malls?
Can this? I think I caught the residential. Absolutely. I mean,
Sure.
I'm really about the cash flow. I'm not anti-houses. I mean, I just want the cash flow. And right now, I'm just seeing some incredible deals in apartment buildings. But I mean, I know I saw some of your emails this week. So I'm working on some really big bulk deals right now, and I mean, if you can buy bulk houses, it's kind of hard making money at a house, one house at a time, and I know that because I've been in the single-family house business for over a decade. But if you can start picking them up 5, 10, 15, 25 at a time, well, bring it on. Now you're diversifying yourself, and you're making some cash flow, and you're bringing in the revenues. So yes, bulk housing, absolutely. As far as commercial real estate, well, let's just leave this call tonight to apartment buildings and houses, and the commercial real estate and all that, and shopping center strips. Maybe we can have another call scheduled, because I don't want to get off topic.
Sure, absolutely. Cool. Is it true that banks are not lending right now?
Is it true that banks are not? No, it's not. It's false.
Okay.
It's true. It's true that whoever wrote that in, they need to change their idea. They need to change their perception. They're just buying into what they're reading in the newspaper. I mean, every bank would be out of business if they weren't lending. And yes, there's definitely some banks going out of business. I think we're up to 250 on the year. But there's thousands of banks out there, and they're in the lending business. Make it happen, Captain.
All righty. And then someone just wrote, I'm sorry I'm going fast. We just had so many of them.
That's okay.
Can we get all the bonus packages right away?
Tim?
I'll answer that question real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, You know, we have some of the bonuses already uploaded on there, and we're adding more, you know, every day throughout this week and next week. This is a brand new, you know, brand new system that we're making it available, and so we're still uploading everything. And yeah, and so I mean, if there's any specific one that you know, that you want us to get to you right away, let us know. But otherwise, you know, because we have more bonus, even some bonuses that we're going to be uploading are not even the ones I mentioned on here. You know, it's our way of over delivering. So yeah, I mean, they will all be in the members area. It's just not right at this moment. We're still uploading everything in there.
And for that very enthusiastic person that wrote that in, believe me, you're going to have plenty of stuff. You're going to, I mean, you couldn't go through it in one day. I mean, there's more than 24 hours worth of material.
Cool.
Right.
Awesome. Well, that's it on questions, guys, unless any more come in while we're still here. But it was a great call. Man, awesome information, awesome offer.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I'm honored. And for everyone listening, I know, you know, time is your greatest resource, and there's not enough of it. So thank you so much. And you know, I wish you could see me right now because I'm so worked up. I believe in this. I'm so passionate. And if you can just, you know, take in this new idea about owning this real estate, apartment buildings, cash flow. I mean, it's such a wonderful feeling. You know, just taking total responsibility for yourself, something tangible, something that you can make happen, something that's really not affected by a recession. I mean, 2 easy payments of $749. You know, it's a drop in the bucket. It's really a drop in the bucket. I mean, again, I'm looking for people to bring me deals. It's almost like I want to be in business with you. I'm looking for people to bring me deals, or be an investor with me, or go do your own deal. Fantastic. You know, help me build this business. You know, send in a testimony, get it for free, and I know sooner or later we'll still do deals together, or we'll be friends for life. So thank you very much. Have a good night.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
guys.
and
awesome.
yeah. Well, thank you everybody so much for being on this webinar. And I just want to, you know, before we go here, just mention, go ahead and go to www.dodeals.com/king, dodeals.com/king to take advantage of this offer today. Yeah, Josh, let's close this out.
That sounds good. Everybody have a great day, and don't forget to go grab your copy right now, dodeals.com/king, and we will see you on our next training webinar.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That reminds me too. Yeah, the next live coaching webinar that we're going to be doing for everyone who signed up today is going to be next Wednesday. So,
That's right.
You know, embrace yourself and get ready to you know, to learn a lot and start doing these massive passive income deals. So.
I can't stress how important it is to be on that call. I mean, that's just the beginning. So, you know, if you're going to go through the process, you know, join now and be on that call on Wednesday. I really get some great content prepared. It's going to be unbelievable.
Awesome. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much, and
All right.
we'll talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Take care, guys. Bye.